Again. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Rampage or Ramfru. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Paulie Dangerously here. And today on Rampage or Ramfru, we're gonna have hopefully a good match here today. And we also have Michael Cole is gonna do backroom speaking. Mike Lane says. And that's right, Tony Schiavone says, Mike Lane. We're going to have a good show here today on Rampage or Ramfru. And a good match. I tell you right now, Mike and Tony, right now, Paulie Dangerously says, you see all these folks here watching the show with us? They hope they're going to see a good show. I hope I'm going to see a good show. I want to have to see how that plays out or not. Paulie Dangerously says, yeah, Mike Lane said you got to wrestle Otis Drosnick yesterday on Friday Night SmackDown, Mike Lane said. Yeah, Tony Schiavone said, because you thought it'd be fun to put Jordan in a match, and instead you got handicapped and put in a match. Oh, don't bring it up anymore, Mike and Tony. Don't bring it up anymore. Alright. I can't stand up in the ring. What is it with doll makers that can't make dolls that stand up? Alright. So yesterday, Jordan says, Paulie Dangerously in his wisdom thought it'd be so fun to have me put in a match. Instead, he got himself put in a match, with Otis Drosnick. And I'm here to tell you, I truly didn't want really anything to do with that. Since I was never a fighter or never a wrestler, so why would I be put into that? Your guess is as good as mine. But someone out there might think that that I should be putting them. Someone out there most likely would think, that it would have been fun to see me get beat up by someone who knew how to wrestle, who knew how to fight, and it was not me. But someone would have thought that was fun. And I think I know who there would have been someone out there who would have gotten, would have been really having a fun time, laughing, a fun time, thinking that was cool. But it was not. But yeah, I need not know how to wrestle. But it doesn't mean I don't know how to fight. But there's two unlike things. And someone out there might say that wrestling and fighting are two unlike things. Well, your guess is good as mine. Sorry for that cough there. It always happens. So anyway, so I don't know why I got into it. But at the end of the day, I truly think I should not be in it. Well, Jordan, I just want to say that we dolls can't stand up. I don't care if we're made by Mattel or Hasbro or Jax or Toy Biz or, Marvel Toys, formerly Toy Biz, or McFarlane Toys or whatever. They can't make any of us stand up. Or Jax either. So, but anyway, I just want to say how I thought it was truly sad that you were put in that bind. Yeah, I'm a heel, and I've been a heel for my whole run in WWE and TWF. But I would have never done that to you. It would be like putting someone in a football game and they didn't know how to play football. They weren't, a football player, either skilled or not. It will be like putting someone in a wrestling ring or a fighting ring when they either weren't a skilled fighter or a skilled wrestler. It would be putting someone in a boxing ring when they weren't a skilled boxer. So, yeah. Well, isn't that so true, Baron Corbin? But back when you were the main overseer of Raw, taking over for Kurt Angle at the time, you did do a lot of things. You know, like handicap folks and pulling matches you didn't like. Yeah, but Jordan, they were all wrestlers, they were all fighters, they were all overstars. It wasn't like I was putting a non-wrestler or a non-fighter in a wrestling match or a wrestling fight. When you stop to think of it, I did something great. You should be happy for me, Jordan. I did something great. I became in WWE the WWE NXT Tag Team Fighter. So put that up there with the man who won the King of the Ring, the man who won Golden Boundary, the man who won the Andre the Evil, fight, fighting Kingly. Put in the man who won the WWE 4-1 rank winnings, the man who was the former main overseer of Raw. And you did really well for yourself, Baron Corbin. I'm glad to hear that. But there's got to be some grounds to why you're out here. I mean, if you're just coming out to say that you're sorry for the bind I was putting in. No, look, Jordan, I get it. You're not a wrestler, you're not a fighter. But hey, wouldn't it be so cool if you did have a wrestling match? You did have a wrestling fight? Do they do that? Well, I told you I'm not a wrestler, I'm not a fighter. And I think a match or a fight's the same thing. But don't worry, I'll go smooth on you. Yeah, like how you gonna go smooth on me, Baron Corbin? How you gonna take it smooth? Well, Ding Ding, we think that Jordan's gonna have her first and only wrestling match, or wrestling fight, if you call that. And Baron Corbin thinks he's gonna go smooth on her. Oh, he didn't go smooth on her again. No. He gave her the end of days. You know. Then he gave her the deep six. Yeah, he wasn't going smooth on her. What a liar, Mike Lane says. And she's not a wrestler. She's not a fighter. Well, we know that, Tony Schiavone said, that Jordan isn't no skilled wrestler, no skilled fighter. We know that. She never had a match or a fight in her life. Paulie dangerously says, you see, somehow I couldn't get away with it, so Baron Corbin can. I don't understand it. 1, 2, and oh. Jordan finally got up. And Jordan might not be a wrestler or a fighter, but at least she knows how to fight back. And now Jordan just took down Baron Corbin. And hopefully going to get the roll up on him to get the quick win. Which one can do if one doesn't really have enough wrestling skills or fighting skills. And it looks like she is going to beat him. This is not going to be good. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, Baron Corbin says. Come on, Paulie dangerously says. So a non-wrestler, a non-fighter, just beats a wrestler and a fighter. Hi, Buttercup. Hi, Mimi. I mean, now is that fair? Paulie dangerously says. Here is your winner, Jordan Long. Well, Jordan Long won her very first and hopefully first and last wrestling match, or last wrestling fight, here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering, Mike Lane said. Well, I hope so too, Tony Schiavone says. We hope so too. Well, Paulie dangerously says, at least it wasn't me in the ring, and at least Jordan Long can say she had her first and only skilled wrestling match, or skilled wrestling fight. You don't want out, Mimi, but... Why? There's room for you to get out if you want.
We're putting it in my room now, Scott.
Well, alright. Now we're going to hand it over now to Michael Cole now. And hopefully Michael Cole is standing by with, with Jordan Long here. You want out now? Come on, Mimi. Come on, Buttercup. There's room to get out. You need to. So yeah, no one's going to escape me for letting you two out. Well, anyway, I just think, that it was a lie. Paulie dangerously says. I mean, Jordan says she's not a wrestler, she's not a fighter, but she had a wrestling match, she had a wrestler fight. Paulie dangerously says, not the same thing, Mike Lane says. She might not be skilled she might not have the skilled wrestling, she might not have no wrestling skills or any fighting skills, might not be a skilled wrestler or a skilled fighter, but it doesn't mean that someone doesn't know how to fight if they have to fight, They might not know how to do holds or do holds or sell holds or, do a hold on someone else and someone, might not know how to do holds or take holds. But they do know how to fight. It's not the same thing. I guess so, Tony Schiavone says. That's why in wrestling or skilled wrestling or sports scalia or whatever you folks want to call it, that's why only skilled wrestlers fight skilled wrestlers. That's why only skilled fighters fight skilled fighters. That's why only skilled boxers only fight skilled boxers, Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, I guess so, Paulie dangerously says. I guess so. Now we got Michael Cole now. Thank you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Baron Corbin here today. I'm going to be talking with, Jordan Long here today on Rampage or Ramfru. First off, Jordan, you had your first and hopefully your only wrestling match. Yes, like I said, Michael Cole, I am not a wrestler. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a skilled wrestler. I'm not a skilled fighter. I never went to learn how to do skilled wrestling or skilled fighting. I don't know how to do holds or take holds. I don't know how to do holds on anyone. Don't know how to sell any holds. And don't know how to sell any holds being done to me. But there are going to be some folks in this world who, say, oh, well, there's sundry sports out there and you don't need the skills. Yeah, you do. You do have to know some skills to play the games or to do a fight or a match or whatever you want to call it. So hopefully this is the only time that I'm ever in a skilled wrestling ring or a skilled fighting ring. Do they call them that? I believe so. And I can say, at least in my first and only wrestling match, that I beat the Lone Wolf Baron Corbin, the Wolf Killer Baron Corbin, the Main Overseer Baron Corbin, King Baron Corbin, Happy Baron Corbin, Broke Baron Corbin the first time, followed by the next Wrestling God Baron Corbin, followed by Broke Baron Corbin 2nd time, followed by whatever offshoot of Baron Corbin he's doing these days. Yeah, I guess so, Michael Cole says. Well, it was good to see you in your first and only wrestling match or wrestling fight. Since you're not a wrestler or not a fighter, you don't have any no skilled wrestling skills or any skilled fighting skills to speak of. No, I don't know how to wrestle or fight, that's true. But I do know how to fight if I need to. But it doesn't mean that I could do a wrestling match in a wrestling ring or do a fighting match in a fighting ring. Yeah, I guess so, Michael Cole says. Well, that's my talk with Jordan Long. Back to you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Jordan Long, or Jordan Mulan Long, here today on Rampage or Ramfru. And that's all the time we got here for Rampage or Ramfru. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Paulie Dangerously. We hope you like Rampage or Ramfru, and we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.